Hi, my name is Chris Warren. I graduated from Trinity in 1978 and became Trinity's first entrepreneur in residence in 2013. I wanted to welcome you to the entrepreneurship program and tell you a couple quick things that I think are very important. The first is Trinity is unlike any other college or university in the country when it teaches entrepreneurship. Not only does it teach anyone that's interested, so you can be an art student or a zoology student, but it also takes people from where they are. Part-time interest, full-time interest, and all in between. So what is entrepreneurship? It is kind of what you make out of it. I've worked in this field for over 25 years, and every day I still see something new and different. So I want to share with you a couple stories that I had. One is there is no limit to what you can do at Trinity. You know, it's a safe space where you can start a company, where you can close a company, and you can do it without spending your life savings or your parents' pension funds. And I tell you, that's very, very sincerely a very big benefit of going to Trinity. But I wanted to introduce you to a couple students I had back in 13, 14, 15, 16 that were fascinating just from a business perspective. So the first is a gentleman by the name of Stephen Smith. Steve created a company called NoCD. Steve had OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. And during his time on campus at Trinity, he would often find himself stuck in a restroom or a classroom, afraid to open the door because his obsession was that there were germs on everything. And he would take and wait for someone else to come into the room to be able to let him get out. So Stephen created a concept of pairing an iWatch with an application and being able to start monitoring when you had a seizure, an episode, and he would take and allow the episode to be tracked on his iWatch, and then it would walk him step by step through the process. So Stephen created a company called NoCD, and the company now, it got funded last year for over $1 million. It now has something like 2 million patients around the world using it. And companies like United Healthcare, Blue Cross, Cigna are some of his insurance companies that are paying for it. This is Stephen. He's a really great kid. He's based in Chicago. And if you ever get up this way, you might want to reach out to him. A lot of brilliant business experience. He's working towards this first $50 million. So the other person is Mel Dew. Mel created a company called Ramp. Mel, when he was in high school, had a bad motocross accident, and that put him in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Mel, being Mel, decided that wasn't enough. So he wanted to make a universal motor that you could attach to any wheelchair and make it a motorized wheelchair. Not only did he accomplish that, but Mel went on to build this company, Ramp, which is now in Denver, Colorado. And he's working with the Air Force on a motorized exoskeleton project. And Mel's goal is to take and make all wheelchair patients be able to get up out of their chair and move around in an exoskeleton. So one of the things I should mention about these two gentlemen, as well as hundreds of others that have gone through the program, is they have gotten a lot of recognition, not only from their peers, but also from people like Forbes magazine. These two individuals both were nominated for the Forbes 30 Under 30, and I think you're going to hear a lot more about them as they go forward, as well as many others that I deal with. So I think the students at Trinity have a unique opportunity. You have it's all in your hands, but I think you have the skills, you have the talent, or you wouldn't have gotten into Trinity. But you also now have the opportunity to use all of the facilities, the professors, and the connections that Trinity has to be successful. I encourage you to reach out and do that. There are now 6 of us ex-entrepreneurs in residence, and we're all also around to kind of help and give advice and mentor. So please reach out to us as well. My very best wishes to you and your career at Trinity, and I hope to meet you in person once we get past this COVID thing. Thanks again. Have a great week.